Hi, thanks for joining me for another Affinity Designer tutorial. Today we're going to be talking about the layers panel over here on the right. As you can see, we have a bunch of diagonal rectangles that are all different colors and that also have some effects, drop shadows, and so we're going to go ahead and crop it to the size of the page. Okay, zoom in real quick. Okay, so now we have this nice 45-degree angle lines and rectangles. So first off, I want to show you the top thing that's above where the layers are actually shown. I'm going to show you what all the stuff here does. So most of the stuff goes like goes dull whenever you're not selected on a layer. See, when I'm off, it's just like dull, but when I get on, it like lights up. So this is opacity, as you can tell. You can turn opacity down. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. If there's things you want to see behind there, like I got this random design with a circle and 3 boxes inside. So if you want to see that in the back, sure, you can do that, but I'm not doing that. Or you can do it by typing in a number. So I'm going to type in 100 because I want there to be nothing behind so it won't confuse the viewer. Okay, now I'm going to do gonna show you like different like modes it can be on. Like there is pass through, normal. This is multiply. First one I'm going to show you. I'm only going to show you like 3 or something like that. Multiply takes the back and the front and adds them together. So it's like mixing the back paint and the front paint together, and it makes a dark color. And then there's screen, and it does the opposite. It takes both colors and mixes them together and like does the inverse. So it like makes them sort of more white. And then that's screen. And there is overlay. Overlay is gets lighter, as you can tell if I turn this off. This is a dark square or rectangle. So whenever I do this, whenever I put this layer back on, it really makes this one dark. But since this is lighter, it makes this one actually lighter. This gray actually lighter than it used to be. So overlay actually is between screen and multiply. So it's about 50-50, and so there's all these different ones you can do that look fun to try out, but I've never really experimented with them, and those are the ones I usually use most. And so over here, oh yeah, those are called blends. This is also different blend options that you can use. You can do different colors, and there's lots of different places where you can type in your percentage in and out, and whether you want it linear or not. You can blend gamma. So, but if you change something on here, like I brought this node down to here so you could see the background a bit. Then it won't pop up with any like square, and it shows you what you did. You just have to click on here and then click on here, and it will pop up with the same thing. And if you want to go back, just push reset. That's what I want to do. So this is just for locking, for example. If I want to do that, and then if I want to move this around, I can't move it around. It's just impossible to move because it's locked. And then if I can't make it bigger, I can't transform it, I can't make any layers, different colors. Oh yeah, actually I can. Locking is actually just for make locked onto the page so it won't move, I guess. And to get that off, you just hit lock on the thing. Turn the stripes back on. Okay, and then down here is this little layer type icon with a bunch of different layers stacked on top of each other. This is for if you're working with the layers, like a few different layers, and you want to click on this. Then if you want to click on this, you can't click on it because this is turned off. But if you turn it back on, then you can switch from one to the other easily. And it's very nice that way. But this is nice, so if you don't like it like that, then if you accidentally click on something else, then it won't pop up. And so that's that. Also, when I first learned about this, I got confused because to do this, you have to create a new layer like this, and then start working off the new layer. You can't just expect, like, I clicked on nothing here. If I clicked on this for example, if I just drew a random rectangle and it comes up with its own layer, if I click on, if this is off, and then I can click on this, and then I can also click on this one. This one's actually on layer and this one isn't, so I can click on this whenever I want to. So that is that little icon, how to use it. Put that in the circle real quick, maybe change color so I'll know it's different. Okay. Next we're going to learn about the mask. The mask is actually more helpful in the only two tools you can use this mask button for are not on this persona. It's actually in the pixel persona. Wait for it. Okay, here you can only use these two. This is for drawing with your mask, and this is for erasing or writing your mask back. So let's say I made this into a mask. And I can start drawing on it to sort of crop it. And then, you know, So, and then if I wanted to erase what I've done with that mask, I can just, I think I can. Yeah, erase it. And then, but I'm gonna turn off this mask. To turn it off, you just hold under it, or you can just delete it. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the adjustment layer. I'm going to go back to our draw persona, and so this is the adjustment layer. Say I want to make this like sort of orangish for like fall or something. You can do recolor. This is just, I'm just showing you an example of one of the things on here. If you're editing a picture in Affinity Designer, you can do this. It's very handy. I mean, I said orange, right? So phone orange. Then you can do saturation. And you can change the blend mode on here as well. You can say add. That looks pretty cool, actually. So you can just experiment, see what you like best. So once you click off this, it'll come up with this little square, and you can click back on it if you want to get back on it. And you can do merge and all that. I'm deleting that. I don't like it. And alright, I'm not using that right now. And then there's effects. So, oh yeah, I also wanted to show you something else with the mask tool thing. You can use the artistic text tool, and then so just delete it, and then yeah. So anyways, we're going to talk about a mask in this persona right here, draw persona. It's not with this. It's actually insert target. It's actually not a mask, but we're going to talk about this. How to use it in Affinity Designer. So we're going to turn this layer back on, and then so now we're going to have some text that says good day. So we're going to put this as the background of the text. I'll change opacity here. And we'll add some text. Whoops, sorry. Okay, there we go. And so I want the text to basically, so it's like this little white thing is cut out so you can see right through and see the background. So how you do that is you copy this layer, and so you have an extra layer of this, and then I'm going to pull this down under here real quick. There you go. Okay, so after you do that, you click on your good day text layer, and then you drag it right down until it, a little green thing shows up, and it's facing like against the thing, so it'll look like this. And then you do this, and it will come up with this little icon here, and it'll show with the text, show a little icon with text with a little crop sign. So that's a way to do it, and so then I'm just going to put this in a group. So now here there's oh, never mind. I'll talk about that later. So now we're going to talk about the adjustment layer adjustments that you can use. I'm going to click on the back, so that's what I'm going to adjust. Okay. I'm going to adjust the brightness and contrast. Well, let's say I want to be more bright, like make it more happy, make the contrast a lot more visible. This sort of changes the colors, gives it different modes and moods. As you can tell, my day looks interesting now because this is the old version of the background. So if I wanted to change that up a bit, I could if I wanted to. And so then after you do this adjustment thing layer, it'll come up with this little square with a little circle that's half filled in, and if you wanted to get rid of it, you just hit delete, or you can drag it down to your trash can. And so that's adjustments, and you got all different types. You got invert, changes the color like to the opposite color. Be sort of cool. So then you could sort of, like make it interesting looking. This some of them pop up as layers. They don't pop up on this. So pop up this right here. So this also changes the good day too, because it's on top. Okay, I'm gonna put this right down here. Okay, now we're gonna talk about effects. And for effects, I'm just gonna do this real quick. This good day is it's not sort of hard to read if you just sort of squint. It's sort of blurry. Like right along here, it's sort of hard to read. So I'm gonna make it a little bit more contrast, and the way I'm gonna do that is by making these words have an inner shadow. How do I do that without making another whole text layer? The way I do that is I click on this layer, I click on effects, this little FX down here, and it comes up with this. So here I have Gargasian blur, outer shadow, inner shadow, outer glow, inner glow, outline, all these different types. So, but I want to do inner shadow. So there's radius of the shadow, and I want that to be pretty big. As you can tell, it's already making it easier to see. I can do an offset. So that's basically all I wanted to do on that one. And then I wanted to make this look a little bit like it's up too, coming off the page a little bit. So I'm going to put outer shadow. I'm going to do radius. And offset. That's probably pretty good. I'm gonna make it actually go have a shadow going down. That's good. Makes it look nice. Okay, so after you're done doing that, I'm gonna show you what these little icons do real quick. Close this little group, and also if you want to change the name, you just double click and change it. Okay, so this is if you wanted to add a layer. We already talked about this a little bit. So this is adding a layer, and so yeah, if you want to duplicate one layer, you just bring it down and we'll put up a little plus thing, and you can duplicate it. This trash can is obviously for bringing stuff down and deleting stuff, or just clicking on something and deleting it that way. This is for new pixel layer, so that's more for this, or it could also be for this, I guess. But we're gonna leave that right now. So we went over this top part, and then we went over this bottom part, and a little bit over this, and about masks and all these different techniques that you can use. I hope this video was useful to you. If you really love learning about Affinity Designer like I do, please subscribe and like my videos. Thanks.